Australian politics, our not-so-favourite national spectator sport. Whatever your feelings about politics, you're about to hear a whole lot more about it. Because an election is just around the corner. We vote so that we can have our say about how we want our country to be run. The Australian government looks after a wide range of national and international stuff, like education, the environment, healthcare, workplace rights, immigration, and conflict. Basically, anything to do with how our country should be run. Different political parties have different ideas about how all these things should work. There are three major parties: the Liberal Party, the Labor Party, and a third smaller party, the Greens. There are also independents and a number of small micro-parties. To choose the party you think best represents your views, you simply vote for the member from that party in your area. Once all of the votes have been counted, the party with the most elected members gets to form the government, and their leader becomes the Prime Minister. So it really comes down to the things that are most important to you and who you think can implement them the best. Okay, so there are two main things you have to do during an election. 1. Enrol to vote. In an election, where you live affects which candidates you get to vote for, so you need to be enrolled at your current address. Enrolment is like a registration, so that when you turn up at the polling booth, your name and details are on file and they can give you the appropriate ballot papers. If you don't enrol, you can't vote. And once the election has been called, you only have 7 days to enrol before it closes. 2. Vote. There are a few ways to vote depending on your circumstances. You can vote overseas, interstate, or even early. But for most of us, you'll just need to show up at your local voting booth. This election, we are going to vote for both the Senate and the House of Representatives in full. In a nutshell, the House of Reps is where members are elected to represent the views of people in their communities. And the job of the Senate is to represent the states and territories and to review the proposals and decisions of the House of Reps. Because we vote for both houses, there will be 2 different ballot papers on the day. Voting is compulsory by law, so you got to do it. But luckily it's also super easy. Just remember, 1. Enrol before the cut-off date, and then 2. Vote on the 2nd of July. Remember, the government represents us. It gets its power and resources from the people. This is your chance to have a say in how the government makes decisions for our future.